All right, we're live here in Grandvik. We are now live on this June 10th. It is 12 o'clock at night, but as you can see, it's still daylight. The day today was beautiful, very sunny, cleared, about 50 degrees outside all day. Right now it dropped. It's about now 40 degrees Fahrenheit and no wind. It's absolutely beautiful out. Very calm. As you can see in the cone in the crater volcano, as the gases go up, they're not shifting anywhere. You can also see it in the surrounding areas of the volcano that the gases emitting from the ground are literally just going vertical and are not being pushed anyway. So hey, what's up, Katie? Yeah, it looks beautiful, looks calm. Although there is an eruption, things are very calm outside the surrounding area. I'm just looking at right now the earthquake activity in the last 48 hours. There hasn't been too much craziness. Nothing over magnitude 3. Yesterday we were also live and transmitting, and we saw the overflow of the lava taking over Route 43, which leads into Grandvik, which is closed now. And the new lava from this volcano has overflown the road. Yeah, the wind conditions in the last was it 5 days ago was pretty crazy. Most of the wind activity, as far as the strong wind activity, yellow alert, and some areas were orange alerts. It was in the east fjords, east coast of the island, south, So along going towards the east, southeast, east, and northeast was pretty crazy 5 days ago. Now, as far as wind conditions, everything looks pretty calm as far as the entire island. So if you guys are interested in checking wind conditions, temperatures, earthquake activities, what else? Gas pollution. I'm gonna leave the site where all this information is, and it's pretty accurate, it's pretty useful, knowledgeable. I'll put it in the chat. It's called vedur.is, VEDUR.is, and you can get a lot of good information regarding Iceland. If you do come to Iceland, if you're planning to come to Iceland, this site is one of the most active sites for all this kind of information, especially if you're thinking of going and doing a trip around the island. I highly recommend everybody use that site to check temperature, weather conditions, forecasting. Let's see if there's any information regarding the volcano, any updates. So the last update was on the 8th. The activity continues. Everything's relatively stable. And the lava, as they call it, the tongue coming from this crater has overflown 43, like I said, which is 43 is the main road that connects 41, which is the main road. 41 is the main road from Reykjavik to Keflavik, so international airport to Reykjavik, capital city. 41, and then into, if you want to go into Grandavik, it's off 41, which is 43. 43 also leads you to the Blue Lagoon, which is closed now. It was open 2 days ago, but as of yesterday, closed. So, yeah, that's a big bummer for that. And there was also an update regarding the actual live lava field is about 800 meters away from the hot water pipes, which are coming from the power plant. And I'm gonna actually pan over to the right and show you the. So we're gonna pan over to the right, and I'm gonna show you Route 43. And just to give you an idea of the covering. So as you can see there, that's Route 43, which leads into Grandavik. This whole road here. And right here is where they block off. It's closed. So once you get to this point, if you're coming down 43, you will get a full stop and head back. And this whole road is 43, which leads into Grandavik or the Blue Lagoon. And that smoke over there is the power plant and the Blue Lagoon by the mountain. So where that vapor is coming from, the gases, that's Blue Lagoon and power plant. And right there you can see how the lava has reached the road and covered it, and it's completely now shut down. and then around the mountain you would reach the Grandavik town, which is now closed off. So there's more of that new lava field that has flown towards the west of the peninsula, here in the Regenus Peninsula. And there's a lot of the new lava that's slowly creeping down, flowing to the north. And there's more of the eruption. More lava still coming out. So this thing is still very active, still very alive. So because if you're just tuning in, we are live in Grandavik, Iceland, watching the volcano eruption, the newest volcano eruption. We are live through an aerial camera. So eventually I'm gonna have to change the battery, which what do I have? I still have 30 minutes. I have 30 minutes of battery life until I have to change it. You will notice when the time comes to change the battery, as it starts beeping. But again, if you're coming to Iceland to see the volcano, or you know people, or you know someone that is thinking of coming to Iceland to see the volcano, there is no like tourist view. Meaning, if we're going back to 2021, when it initially started, the first eruption, there was a kind of like a path. It was two paths. Started with one path and then it became two. And there was access to the first eruption, second eruption, third eruption. But as the years passed, it was every year there was an eruption. Now it's kind of like becoming every month there's an eruption. So the Regenus Peninsula has become very unstable. The ground is very unstable, and no one knows. So like when this eruption ends, and if this pattern continues, and as we see that the eruption is repeating the last eruption where one crater just remains as always. It starts with a big fissure, a line of eruptions, just to release the pressure, and then eventually the pressure slows down, and it just finds one little opening where it continues to flow out the lava. But if this pattern continues, this might be a monthly thing. So everything is very unstable, and there is no specific like area now. There's no path to seeing this volcano. Yeah, I'm just gonna read the chat here. The pool on the right looks like it. Yeah, there's quite a few flows happening right now. but the direction of the lava is heading west, and they're thinking that the power plant might be in danger, as well as the Blue Lagoon. But like I said, there is no path to this eruption. If you are in Iceland watching, if you're currently watching this from and you're here in Iceland, or if you're somewhere in the world and you got excited and wanted to come here to see it, the only way to actually see it from a safe place is along along Route 41 as you're driving. There's no parking areas there because it's a very main heavy traffic road. So they're not going to let you park on that Route 41. Also, you won't be able to see anything like you're watching on the screen right now. So this specific view is very exclusive, because we are at in a certain spot and elevation. So we're able to see this also because of the daylight. Right now it's 12:30 a.m. It's kind of like the midnight sunset right now. It's still daylight, but it's very that dusk daylight, lower light, and you're able to see the lava or the orange flow. This is the only time of the day that you could see this from a distance, also with the naked eye. Not exactly like you're seeing it on the screen, but almost close enough. I mean, I have a lens, so I'm able to zoom in. Also, again, to see it, you would have to technically drive by or drive along around this time. So around 12 o'clock, starting 12 o'clock at night. Between 12 o'clock and I would say 3 in the morning, you can appreciate the volcano or see it. Because otherwise, if you're driving by during the day, so we're talking about morning hours, 8 o'clock in the morning, or like from 6 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock in the afternoon, p.m., you're not going to see much. You're just going to see just white smoke, and that's it. You're not going to be able to see the reddish orange lava because there's too much sunlight. So you just have to wait until the sun comes down, and then you're able to see the glow. But again, there is no specific area. There's no specific area where you could see this. The only where I'm seeing people kind of just hanging around and appreciating it is right off Route 41 going into 43. There is an exit, and there's like a little roundabout, and then there is an observation deck. Not entering 43, but on the opposite side of the highway, there is an observation deck that you can hike. It's like maybe like a 5-minute hike up, and then you're able to get elevated enough where you can see the cone with the naked eye. If you have a camera with a lens, then you'll probably get more of a shot. Can you fly over any flowing lava channels? At the moment, no. I'm not gonna. I could probably reach, but it's gonna drain the majority of the battery just to get there, and then to come back, and I will completely drain the battery and not have enough time to stream the intended estimated average that I'm trying to accommodate for the live feed. I'm only limited with the battery capacity I have, so I'm trying to maximize the duration. But the lava is flowing as we see it coming out of the crater. It is spilling out from the left, from the screen. If you're looking at it, it's flowing out from the left side of the crater. There's a opening, and then it swirls around the front, and then you could see the trail that heads towards the right of the screen, which would be west. So it dumps east and then circles around and flows to the west. So 15 minutes until the first battery replacement, battery swap. And it is 12:35 a.m. here in Iceland. I'm gonna make myself some mate tea. I have some leftover mate, and that was really good. Welcome, Miss Lobo. We're back again. Yes. You. By the way, you haven't missed the crying baby yet, so we haven't changed the diapers yet. We're still on the first one. I have it pretty much zoomed. I have maybe, let me see, maybe 5% more of a zoom. That's about it. And we're gonna check. Yeah, I was gonna pan over. I already panned to see the. So let me give you guys a kind of like a wider shot of the area, so you get an idea. So we're gonna start from the left, and you can see how much of the lava has flown. This lava that you see here, closer to the left of the screen, is the flowing north. So flowing towards Route 41, which is the main road. As you can see there, wraps around that mountain. And then it's kind of stopped there because now the flow is heading towards the west. And now we're panning towards the west, and on the screen you're going to start seeing Route 43 that heads into Grandavik. As you see it there, that it's completely eaten by the lava. It's overflown right there. So you have Route 43 in the middle, the power plant to the right, and the crater to the left, which is off the screen, but it's close enough. And we can zoom in into Route 43 so you could see the coverage of how much lava is actually running over the road. That's the newest. That's the newest of the news here in Iceland. the new lava flow that covered this road. Gravity. Yeah, it's a good word. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be, from what I see here. You know, you go on some of these roads. Um, you wait until this kind of cold gets cold or hardens to a point, and then you chisel. You start chiseling away, and you're just gonna have like the road in the same area, and then you're just gonna be surrounded by big walls of lava to your left and to your right. If you go down Route 427, you see a lot of that. You see a lot of this, like walls of lava, which it's the same thing that you see there. Pan back to the volcano. So I got one extra battery today from compared to last night. I have I have one extra battery, so hopefully we get an extra 30 minutes, 40 minutes of flight time. If you're just tuning in, we're live from Grandavik, Iceland, in the Reykjanes Peninsula. It is 12:42 a.m. here in the island, and we are looking at the current volcanic eruption near the town of Grandavik. Very stable air conditions right now, no wind. As you can see, the gas is coming out of the volcano, or it's just shooting vertical, so nothing's flowing to the left or to the right. No winds to the west, no winds to the north, to the east. Activity seems to be very stable right now, nothing crazy. Like I said before, that the eruption is in the stage where it's whatever left of the lava or the pressure it has from this eruption, and then eventually, usually within a week, a couple of weeks, this will eventually just run out of fuel. Okay, we have to change the battery. That was the battery confirmation. It didn't beep though. Just change. It just went to but I have 6 minutes. But soon it's going to start screaming like yesterday. All right. I am going to start. I'm going to switch over the screen and then change the battery. So bear with me. It is hot. I got to turn the air off. All right. First battery drained. I'm going to switch it over to the next one. Battery number 2. So stay tuned. Battery number 2 is in. Turning on the drone. We're going in. I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue charging my first battery because it takes a while until it's got to cool down a little bit, and then we can start charging it. All right, drone taking off. And image will be coming in a few seconds. Right. No, I don't need a mask. I don't know. I don't have a mask. I'm inside a command center. I built out this like crazy like virtual on wheels command center with all high tech satellites and laser beams and communication. I mean, we're state of the art here. But no, I'm really far away from the gases. That's why we have this amazing equipment here with super high-end lenses that can reach thousands of feet and meters of distance just to see something like this. A lot of activity happening right now. It's getting wild. Yeah, this is it's an interesting option, I guess. There are other live cameras out there, but they're not very interactive. And with this one, we have the opportunity, perhaps, to facilitate a little extra on panning and switching and checking other things based on the conversation we're having, or and perhaps someone that's tuning in can ask and request a visualization on the spot, right? So if you want to say, you say, oh, let's see the road, let's see how the road is, we can just quickly pan and check it out. And also, I could say comfortably that it's kind of like a VIP view here. We have an exclusive view of the volcano. I see a lot of people driving around looking for a spot to see it, and I can imagine that they're not getting this view. Although they're here in Iceland and they're watching it with their eyes, they are not getting the same view as you guys that are watching it live on either your phone, your computer, or your television set in the comfort of your home, with your legs kicked up in the sofa, drinking your tea or your coffee, or perhaps having some dinner, some delicious dinner, and being able to see this live. And perhaps, like I said before, you can request a certain perspective if you want to see something, and just like that, we can facilitate that option for you. Yeah, and I mean, you're correct. It's very, very stable, and that's why we have some of the most state of the art, high tech, futuristic technology here to accommodate these little things like stabilization and being able to just watch this without any shakes or anything like that. So it is almost 1 o'clock in the morning here in Iceland. In a little bit, I'm gonna pan around and rotate towards the north, and we're gonna check out this beautiful sunset. I mean, it's not the same sunset as yesterday's sunset, midnight sunset, but it's got a little bit of color, so we can all appreciate a little bit of volcano and sunset colors. It's more of a mild yellow orange, but it still has its specialty here. Yeah, I think yesterday was probably one of the nicest because we had cloudy days. We weren't able to appreciate the sunsets. It was a lot of cloudy days, few rainy days, and the temperature also was pretty crappy. Now we're having some really amazing, two amazing days. Um, and so far two consecutive beautiful sunset. Well, one beautiful sunset, but and then tonight another clear sunset. All right, Katie, thanks for tuning in and watching. Um, I'll I'm gonna have this up for quite a while until all my batteries drain. So make sure to subscribe. Um, so next time you can get alerted or notified when we are live again. We're gonna try to transmit the volcano as much as we can, as much as possible. It's not gonna probably happen every day because depending on the weather conditions, uh, rainy days is not gonna happen. Rainy days are you won't be able to see anything, no matter what camera you have. Um, and then, like I said, on super windy days, it becomes a little harder. Although we can manage to do uh, live feeds on windy days, we just will drain more energy out of these cameras. So each day that is incredible, like yesterday and today, we will do our maximum capacity to bring out the most of what we can. You have 30 minutes on this secondary battery. And I'm going to take out here this one. This one back in. Let's see how we get this back in there. It would be also really cool to do. I was just thinking about perhaps getting a one of those propeller airplanes or something and fly over the or around the eruption area. I don't know if I would be able to do a live stream from there, but maybe I could. Are there any closer launching locations? No, not at the moment. Everything is also to fully understand the scope of what's happening here. Um, the area is very unstable. Um, it's very dangerous. Um, you can get to a certain point, but it's very unstable, and they're trying to get people away as far as possible. Like I said, there's the Blue Lagoon that you can enter. You have an entrance to the Blue Lagoon, which gets you a little bit closer, but they have shut down everything now. Now it's mostly, civil defense, police, search and rescue, and they just want people to back away from this whole area because of the unstable ground. There are sinkholes due to the earthquakes, the shifting in the earth. There are spots that you might step on. You might think it's solid, and then you step, and then you literally just fall into the middle of the earth. Uh, so it's um, it's not a it's saying it's like it would be nicer to be closer, but at the same time it's not worth it. Um, so yeah, um, we can only appreciate what we could see for now. And I haven't seen. Also, there was a time when I was here in 2021 for the first eruption, 2022, 2023. They had uh, helicopter tours, airplane tours, and now that whole scene has stopped as well. You don't hear any helicopters anymore flying around or airplanes. Yeah, if the power plant goes out, it will be very destructive. It will be very destructive to the surrounding towns, especially Keflavik, Reykjavik. Um, so that is something that they're trying to work really, really hard to for it not to happen. These are water pipes that are flowing into the cities, and energy. It's because it's a geothermal power plant, so it's providing a lot of services to these surrounding towns. A lot of Iceland's infrastructure is geothermal, and they rely on geothermal energy for consumption, for the city, for homes, for businesses. Um, I mean, I think it'll just. I don't think. I'm not too sure what specific like specific chemicals or specific materials that can burn. Um, but yeah, I mean, if there is something, it's gonna burn it. Everything just will just get burned. I'm sure there are some kind of protocols that were in place prior to building the power plant. If and when in the future something like this would happen, um, I'm sure there's a specific guideline to if things were to burn or get overflown by lava specifically, as it could happen now. It's a high risk possibility that that nothing dramatic in the sense of endangerment or anything like that would be a scenario. And by the way, just to give you a fun fact here, this electric power plant was built in 1976. It was the world's first combined geothermal power plant for electric power generation and hot water production for the district heating. So the Svartvinci power plant was the world's first combined geothermal power plant and electric. This power plant provides hot water for the district heating system of the entire Regenus Peninsula, including Keflavik, Jardovic, Volgar, Gardor, and Sandarjni, and Grandavik, which now is completely closed. More than 21,000 households. And as like I said before, it's considered one of the most important heating plants in Iceland. So it's definitely needs to be protected at all cost. We have 18 minutes for the second battery. And if this continues, I might be able to recycle my first battery, and we can have a secondary extra battery, and continue the stream. All right, let's pan. Let me see if how's the. Yeah, we have a little bit more light on the back. I'm gonna pan um, to the north. I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna go towards the left, which is east, and we're gonna just pan around the Grandavik coast. Then we're gonna start approaching Fragalasfjak, which was the old region, the old area where the first eruption was. So right over those mountains. and I'm going to pan around, come through Reykjavik. You'll see a little bit of the skyline of Reykjavik. So that's all of the Fagradalsfjall region. We're going to see the cone-looking mountain. That's Kaler, which was the third eruption. There it is. That's Kaler right there, that cone. So that's where everybody thought the third eruption was going to happen. And then it happened around this area here, right there, over those hills. And that was the Litli Hultur eruption of last year. So it's going to keep going. We're going to keep going east. And we're going to start approaching the east-north part of the island coast. And soon we're going to be approaching Reykjavik. And you're going to see it there. Those lights that you see on the screen, that's the city of Reykjavik. And that road you see there is Route 41. That's the main road. So let me zoom in. Maybe you could see the... Can we see the church from here? During the day you could see it. That's all Reykjavik. There's a church right there. You can barely see it. And we're going to start seeing a little bit of that beautiful sunset. It's more like a pinkish orange. And now we're back on the coast. And now we're looking towards the north of the island. So looking up into the West Fjords. But this is the other peninsula before seeing the West Fjords. So we should be looking around like that's the route Route 454 that takes you up there. Yeah, the sunset is actually nice, really nice. It is currently 1:15 in the morning a.m. here in Iceland. We're looking towards the north of the island right now. We just passed the city of Reykjavik, and now we're looking towards the Snæfellsjökull. I'm going to try to make a full 360 pan, and then I'll probably swap up this battery that I have. It'll finish up on this. Those are all mountains you're seeing there. Now we're looking towards more of the northwest of the island. which is the extension of the more north peninsula by Helnar and Arnarstapi, and that's the big mountain, which is the Snæfellsjökull National Park. It's the tip of that peninsula. And now we're going to pan back into our area here, and that's you're going to start seeing Keflavik. And there goes the beautiful color that we just saw, the sunset. So I'm going to pan around. That's the, we're going around the Regenus Peninsula now, which that borders Route 44 by Hafnir. And that's the edge. I think that you could see one of the what do they call it? The you could see from here Elde, the island off the coast of the peninsula. There it is over there. That's Elde, that little island down there. That was another area where a lot of earthquakes were happening, and they thought there was going to be another. I think there was going to be another eruption there. All right, I'm going to go swap the battery. I'm going to bring this back to. There's the power plant, and then there's the volcano. I'm going to switch the battery, and I'll be right back. Oof, this thing is cold. I just grabbed it. It's cold up there. Battery number 2. Battery number 3. Turn it on. And we're up and away. And we're back. Let me see here. Just check something. Oy, oy, oy. Let me zoom in a little bit more so you can see the crater. Seems to be a lot of activity going on tonight. Such a beautiful sky. Is there access to? No. That mountain is off. It's this. That's all within that proximity. So it's this. Just to give you an idea, we just panned around the entire Reykjanes Peninsula from that view. Anything, if you look at the map and you look at where Grandavik is, if you put a dot in, if you put a dot on Grandavik and then you extend out for like 20 miles, let's say, or 10 miles, and you draw a circle around that radius, I would say probably maybe about 5 miles out. That's the where nobody can enter. So like no one's entering within that radius. Like for instance, Route 44 that goes around the peninsula is accessible up to the point where you get to you're entering 425, and then it goes into Grandavik. Then you are gonna get stopped, and you're gonna have to turn around. If you open up Google Maps, if anybody's interested, because I know some people are saying is these locations closed or not. If you look at if you go to Google Maps and you turn on traffic or road conditions, better yet, go to safetravel.is. I'll put it on the chat. Safetravel.is. If you go to safetravel.is, and then you'll get a lot of information regarding Grandavik, the Grandavik area. Also, you can check road. You can check road.is, which I'll put on the chat as well. It's road.is. Road.is. Has a couple of articles regarding what's happening in this area. There's an article they just put up. It's called "Road to Blue Lagoon." It says open, but it's currently not open because of the last 2 days. But you could see they have a map, and they kind of show you how you were able to access it. But now it's closed again, so forget about that. But if you go to if you go to traffic information on road.is, which is on the top in the menu, you will see a gigantic map of Iceland. When you zoom in into the area of the Reykjanes Peninsula, which is at the bottom left of the island, you can see this peninsula just sticking out. It's the first peninsula sticking out of the island on the bottom left. You're going to see, if you keep zooming in, you're going to start seeing red graphics or lines, roads that are closed. If we start checking this out now, we can get an idea of what is technically closed from the civil defense, from the government, from the Icelandic authorities, what's closed. So if you're coming here and you have no idea, and I can tell you right now from my experience traveling these roads, you have 43, which is the one we were looking at today. 43 is the access to Grandavik. It's the main one it's one of the main ones. Off 41 leads to Grandavik. 43 is closed up to a certain point because they were letting people that wanted to go to the Blue Lagoon have access to the Blue Lagoon with a voucher. You have to purchase a voucher, and then you show it at the gate, at the specific spot where there's a here. Actually, I could show you that to you with the view here. So if we pan out, there's 43. This whole road right here, it's closed. There's no access to it right now for anyone except civil defense, search and rescue, and authorities. This is the checkpoint right here. This is very close to 41. And once you reach this point, this was the Blue Lagoon checkpoint, and you were able to access Blue Lagoon by showing your voucher, and they would take note of your name, I believe, the vehicle that entered, and you would be able to ride this extra road all the way, keep going, and then here is where you would turn to go into the Blue Lagoon, which is over there. This is now closed due to the lava, the new lava that's overflowing. So it's very dangerous. So this road is now red and closed to the public. There's also, if you go to road.is and you're in the map, if you go along 41 and you turn into 44, that goes west, slightly south, down around the airport, and then starts going into the coast of the peninsula. It goes around the fist of the peninsula, and then 44 turns into 425, and then you can ride around that, which is actually over there. That's all 425, and you can ride 425 all the way around. And then when you get to, I think, around here, this area here, it's closed. You're gonna get stopped because you're entering, again, you're getting into Grandavik, and they will pull you if you have access. If you have a permit or something, you can access. Obviously, if you're working there, regarding anything that's happening now, you'll have access. But to the general public, there's no access. There's also another road Let's go back to the volcano. There's also another road, which is more towards Reykjavik. If you go 41 all the way up, starting from Reykjavik, and you start coming down 41, there's a road called 42 that's off 41. 42 it runs parallel to 43, and you have access to 42. 42 is actually a really nice road to ride on if you can. It's actually all green. You can ride 42, and you can literally just cross parallel down into 427, which is still open. And then if you wanted to go into 427 and turn left coming out of 42 and go towards Reykjavik, Grandavik, you will eventually hit another roadblock, which is just before Fagradalsfjall, which is the old volcano, and you will be stopped there as well. And then there's another road that runs parallel to 42 when you're coming down 42, and that's it's 428, which is another beautiful road, but it is closed, completely closed, because they know if you go into 428, you will eventually somehow get into the eruption area. So yeah, everything's closed off. Now, have people walked around or something like this? Perhaps. Is there a possibility of people walking around the region somehow? And probably that is a possibility. I'm not saying it's a possibility. The thing is, they have warned everybody many times, and that the area is very unstable. So I mean, that's all you can do. Take it from there, and then you can figure it out. So it's not open. Nothing's open to the public unless you are working there, have permits or something, and you're able to access. Hold on, I have to change what's going on here. Why isn't this charging? We're about to run out of battery here, and I need to figure out why this is not going on. Hopefully this doesn't turn off. Let's see if it holds. I was trying to charge another battery and slightly stopped working, and then I had to switch over the plug. But yeah, going back to the areas. Yeah, everything is closed. I would highly recommend staying away. Hold on, right here. Where am I? Everything is closed. I wouldn't try to go in anywhere in the area of Grandavik or anywhere close. The earth is very unstable. So I've heard of things like which I mentioned before, sinkholes. There are a lot of sinkholes. Um, Launching from Fragalarsfjall. No, because there's no access. That's literally like a huge mountain, um, which has no access to it right now, and it is completely not worth going around to there and then launching from there, because the reception or the frequency won't work as well, as good. This is right now the best area, or uh, because it's wide open. There are no obstructions here. There's no mountains. You can literally see with the naked eye. So there's no obstructions. There's no mountains. There's no anything that can block the view. And like I said, a lot of people can literally just drive by and see it. If you're coming from the other sides, you have mountains that are completely blocking your view. So we have 24 minutes on the drone battery. I was able to get another one going. I think I got 75% on the extra one. We have 24 in this one, and then we have another full with a 75%. The the air is so stable right now. It's beautiful. So I can show you guys the puff it's creating on top. Completely vertical. Very, very calm. It's a lot of vertical gases due to the very stable air, no winds. The everything is moving vertical. Um, so there's like this haze that you could see from here. With the naked eye, it's more everything's kind of hazy. But because we have a really good view, very exclusive view, we get to pass all the obstructions and get this more broader view of the details around the crater. Yeah, there's a lot of moss fire. Correct. A lot of the moss that's around the area is burning up and creating that um, wildfire scenario. Which I don't know if you guys remember, if you were keeping track of what was happening here. The Litli Hutor eruption was one of the craziest wildfire eruptions that has happened here in the region. It caught. There was just a lot of moss where the crater, where the fissure opened up and the crater was created, and it literally burnt acres of of moss. A it was a tremendous amount of smoke that was that had developed during that eruption. Crazy amount. They had to get helicopters with water tanks. It was yeah, it was incredible. The amount of area that was burnt due to the eruption, and during the crazy weather, like wind condition scenarios, it was one of the most crazy, most incredible scenarios, like views to see all the smoke literally shifting from one place to another. And it became very, very difficult while on the trails to go in to see Lily Hutor because of the wild moss fires. Because if you were going to the volcano eruption and the wind was against you, that gas, the smoke was just, you couldn't do it. They would close it because it was impossible to breathe that in and hike. You would be completely dead if you tried to do it. Try to grab a snack here. It is currently what time is it? 1:45 in the morning. What snacks do I have? Let me see. Brought something here, I know. Some peanuts. Peanuts. What was the other thing I had here? I bought this thing today. Where is it? It's kind of like a pancake. Pre-made pancake or something. It's called skonzur. They're pretty good. I was eating it with some grilled chicken. Kind of tastes like waffle and chicken. Have you ever had a waffle chicken sandwich? Really good. I can probably see this with some butter. Mm. It's kind of dry on its own. It's very tasty. Very, very. It's almost exactly like a pancake. Just I think it has a little bit more to it, but definitely a great breakfast thing. Butter, honey, jam. And like I said, I was trying it with I bought like it was like half of a grilled chicken, rotisserie chicken. And I was eating that with this pancake thing. All right, so I gotta swap the battery. What do I have? 1 minute. The Reese's peanut butter. Oh, I love Reese's peanut butter. All right, I'm gonna go swap this battery while I'm at it. Mhm. Man, this thing is really cold. And there's fog happening right now. I could see it's like a slightly there's a there's fog conditions right now. And one of the areas is like a little lake. I could see a little fog area. Things are very, very stable, but cold. All right, it's gonna turn on. Battery's on. Turn on the drone. Everybody's getting hungry now. Waffle chicken sandwiches. All right, engine started. Here, I'm going to show you the fog that's appearing on Route 43, which is actually really cool. It's covering the checkpoint right now. Check that out. That's the fog that's hovering over Route 43 going into Grandavik. That's right by the checkpoint. Really cool. Let me see. So it's coming from, like, there's a lake here. So it build up all on this. There it is. There's water right there. And it's dragging. There's more water over there. There's some water pockets, but all that heat was hot today from the sun. It was beaming down. And now it's very, very cold. and then slowly, kind of like the lava and the fog are now covering Route 43 in this area, and the lava in that area over there. Lava and fog taking over Route 43. It's pretty interesting. It literally went over the area where the checkpoint is. I think it could have went anywhere else except, but it went directly where the checkpoint is. All right, let's go back to the volcano. Let's see. Well, e the fog is going east, and the lava's going west. Yeah, there's a lot now. I could see it from here. There is a lot of fog everywhere, which is really crazy. Let's see if we can kind of pan around and check it out. Look at this fog. that came from this little area here. That's where the little body of lake is, and created all this that you see here. Looks like it's burning, but it's all fog. Covers the checkpoint. And it's slowly... There we have someone here. Who's that? Seems to be a car there. He wants to go to the lava. Yeah, no. This is far away from the lava. It's more closer to the... It's away. It's more closer to the road than it is to the lava. Yeah, that guy's trying to figure out how to get to the lava, I think. But as you can see here, he's gonna end up... If he takes this route... I don't know. And they're waiting for him right there. I think that's like the guards, search and rescue. They're there, so people don't get in. So that's that road. If someone ends up taking that road, which that car is thinking about, they're gonna get stuck. So just give you a wider shot of the area. There's the volcano. '43 power plant. And you can see where the fog is. They're just completely covered right now at the checkpoint. Incredible. See if that car decided to move. No, he's just chilling there. He's not going nowhere. All right. So we have... How long do I have this? So I have 30 minutes on this battery. And then I have one more left. Yeah, there's a whole combination of nature mixture right now. There's a volcano, there's the lava flowing, there's fog. So many things happening in this area. Thinking about what to have for breakfast tomorrow. I got myself there's some oatmeal I can do, and then I have some bananas. The only thing I forgot, and you mentioned Miss Lobo, you mentioned peanut butter. I forgot to get peanut butter. I don't have any peanut butter. I'd like to have some of that peanut butter for tomorrow morning. A little bit of oatmeal, banana, apple, and peanut butter mix, all in one, with a little bit of mate, yerba mate. Wash it down. Go check. See Roof. I wanted to see what's going on in Roof. There's not much going on. There's not much about the volcano anymore on the main news sites. Yeah, like my thing is with oatmeal, I like to play with it. I usually do oatmeal. If I go full blown with the breakfast oatmeal, I do I get milk. I'll heat it up with some whole milk and um I'll throw the apples, chopped apples in there while I stir it. And maybe I'll throw some mixed nuts with raisins, and then I'll mix all that while it's heating up and expanding. Um, Once I do that, when it's reaching the heating point or the eating point, if anything, I'll chop up the bananas and then I'll throw that last. And then I will either eat it within the pot that I heated up in or transfer it to a bowl. And now at this point, it's very creamy. So I will add a nice um, spoon worth of peanut butter on top of that, and I'll let that kind of melt into the oatmeal. I'll kind of put it in the middle. Sometimes I mix it. I'll mix it in prior to cooking it, so it mixes good. But um, I tend to kind of do that at the end now, the peanut butter. So I'll put it in the middle, and then to finish it off, I'll sprinkle some coconut flakes and a little bit of cinnamon. I mean, the bowl is just a nicer touch. Right, like nowadays, I just kind of just eat it off the pot that I cook it in. You know. Well, I can really feel the temperature really dropped. I feel it in my feet. What is it now? We are looking at 6 degrees. 6 degrees. Wow, 42. It's not that bad. I mean, but you do feel it though. You do feel it. At 2 a.m. in the morning, and it's currently 2:15 in the morning. 42 degrees Fahrenheit, 8 degrees Celsius. Yeah, the when I went to pick it up last, just before this battery swap, it was cold up there. I mean, 42 degrees. Hey, what's up, Thomas? Yeah, I used to do the brown sugar. I was a brown sugar guy. I haven't put brown sugar in a while though. I do more of like the fruits now. I like to do throwing more fruits, more nuts. You can also see it there by the around the crater how the it's becoming more gaseous. There's more gas and vapors accumulating. And it's also a lot of the there's no wind around that area. Everything is going vertical. Let me see if I can show you guys again a little bit more of a wider shot so you can see where the smoke and the gases are going. It's going straight up into the air, into the sky. I feel like I'm finding things here. Like, what is that little white spot? Is that car still there? That was there before? I think he left. Oh, he's still there. Look at that. There he is. Just chilling there. And there's another car here, but I think that's the guard. Guard. It's another vehicle there waiting or something. Like search and rescue, maybe. Yeah, so we're looking towards Grandavik. We are looking south in the Regenus Peninsula. We're on the on the north side of the peninsula, looking down south into Grandavik. Actually, to be specific, Grandavik is behind this mountain. Here's Route 43 that got eaten up by the lava, which is over there, and then you can right along that road, and then it wraps around the mountain, and you can start seeing a little. And then the city should be behind the mountain over there that you can't really see over. Hey Thomas, I'm using a drone, and I'm on the last battery, but I have one more extra that I can just drain out. But I'm using a really good drone to view the eruption from a certain point. It's currently 2:26 a.m. in the morning here in Iceland. Yeah. Oh, there's the battery swap. I'm gonna get the drone, and I'll be right back. All right. Got one more battery left. All right, battery swapped. Taking off, and drone feed should be coming in a few seconds. All right. The battery, this battery right now is holding up between 30 to 35 minutes. This one has a little bit less juice, so it might be 20 minutes. Yeah, and regarding the Blue Lagoon, right now I believe it's still closed. I don't know tomorrow. I think tomorrow they're gonna give another update, but it's currently closed. Just went to get the landing pad that was outside, and it was completely wet because of the fog. So I'm drying it just a little bit. So if the weather holds up tomorrow, I will try again doing a feed. I believe tomorrow, and like I said, it's between these hours where I can do it because it's when you can mostly see the volcano, especially the colors and the glow in the lava, and also because of the weather conditions. So let's see, tomorrow, as far as wind conditions, looks pretty solid, pretty good, just like today. Um, Temperature wise, it's going to be warmer tomorrow, so that's better. Let's see. And then as far as weather forecast, we are looking at sunny and some overcast or partly cloudy and then sunny. So tomorrow, tomorrow I think we are looking good for another stream. So if you guys want to tune in tomorrow as well, it's going to be between these hours. So we've been streaming for 2.5 hours. So I started around 12 a.m. local time here in Reykjavik. So wherever you are in the world, take that in Reykjavik time, local time, 12 o'clock a.m. I believe back in the States, New York City time, it's 5 hours less. And then in Europe-wise, it goes forward a couple hours, maybe 3 hours or 2 hours. So we'll try to do another stream tomorrow. If you guys are enjoying this little get-together, having this perspective view, and just chit-chatting about the eruption and what's happening here in Iceland, I am for it. And as long as I have enough battery life and connection, we are good. We're still good to go. So thanks, Tom. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I'm trying to do my best as far as stream time, and connection, and also as far as viewing it from a certain perspective. Also, oh, great. Yeah, Alaska 6:30 in the afternoon. That's perfect. So for you, it's a great time. Great time. Yeah, think about it. Right now, it's 2:37 a.m. here in Iceland. So I got to pull the midnight oil, shift for this kind of stuff. Because like I said, it's I mentioned this in the beginning of the stream. This is the best time to view it because of the glow. It's when the sun is lowest in the horizon, although it doesn't technically, and in Alaska it's the same, kind of the same thing as far as daylight. We are fully full 24 hours daylight here, and the sun sets lowest between 11:30ish, 11:30 to until 5. Because now once the sun comes back up and into the sky, you really can't see much of the eruption. Northern lights are more like starting in November, December. January is peak. January, February, and then by April and May it starts dimming down. Yeah, the sky is it's too bright. It's too much daylight. So we got about 10 minutes left of this battery. I'm gonna set up. I have everything ready to go, so then I can just charge the batteries overnight. Oh, overnight. More like the morning. Throughout the morning, I'll charge these batteries so they're ready for tomorrow. Yeah, thanks, Tom. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And thanks for watching. And like I said, you're always welcome. Whenever this thing is on, I'll try my best to keep a good streaming. And tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow's gonna be another beautiful day, another awesome, calm day. No wind, clear skies, much warmer temperatures. So if anything, we're probably gonna see more fog again during this time. If some of the lakes around here heat up during the day, and then the temperature drops around this time. Maybe we'll get more fog tomorrow night due to the higher temperatures. So this whole place might be might be all covered in white fog, which would be really cool to see if this is what happened uh, this time today. And let's see how the sunset is tomorrow. The one from yesterday was absolutely amazing. Today was beautiful too. We just had more clouds yesterday, so it gave it a little bit more texture. But yeah, every day is different here. Until we get, I gotta appreciate these great days here because Iceland weather is very unpredictable. And then when it's really bad, it's you can't do much. And when it starts raining, there's really nothing you can see here. It has its beauties though, but for this particular purpose, it wouldn't be possible. All right. That will conclude the stream. I'm gonna go back to the volcano. I have 6 minutes left, so we can just hold it for another minute or two. Just to get an idea, the fog is still covering the checkpoint. That's 43, and that's Grandavik down there, the volcano. All right, I'm gonna cut it here, guys. Thanks for watching again. As you're gonna hear the drone screaming, but thanks for watching, and we'll catch you hopefully tomorrow. If you want to, guys, if you want to tune in again, I'll try my best to perhaps get more, maybe an extra battery. But again, thanks for tuning in, guys.